Hello, good day everyone. This is Joe from James Cook University. Welcome to my channel and welcome to my presentation today. In this video, we'll cover any aspect of business environment of the chosen country that are relevant to international business. Let's begin with take a look at this poster. The country that I have chosen is Switzerland. Switzerland is the country that have very high stability of political. Switzerland is the great example of successful multicultural and multilingual society living in a harmonized way. Switzerland population approximately around 7.7 million, and Switzerland is located at the heart of this Europe. It shares border with Germany, French, and Italy, Austria, and Liechtenstein. So, due to they have shared border with many countries, people in Switzerland may speak many languages. Consist of 4 languages: German, French, Italian, and English. But in business area and many professionals, they are commonly use English to communicate it, so you don't have to worry about language barriers. Switzerland is confederation occupy a small landlocked territory. It is the state comprised of 26 cantons. The government of Switzerland is not elected by people but by parliament. English is widely spoken, especially amongst professionals. I'm gonna give you some facts of their political in Switzerland. Switzerland's government is divided into 3 levels. First level is federal government, second is canton's government, and third is commune's government. Switzerland's import and export goods between EU rather than other regions in the world. Switzerland has the lowest rate of value added in Europe, which is 8% in levy on most goods and services, and just 9.3% on accommodation services, and 2.5% on basic necessity and other everyday items. Basis or political. Switzerland have political history have found since 1848. Switzerland comprised of 26 cantons with extensive political powers. There are 3 main important cities in Switzerland, which Bern is the federal and administrative capital, though, and Zurich is considered as the financial and commercial center, and the another important city is Geneva. Traditionally, Swiss policy is categorized by consensus and stability. National elections are held every 4 years. The next election would be in autumn 2019, largely because of its strong commitment to neutrality. Switzerland is not the member of EU, EEA, or NATO, although it participates some of activity of this organization, but they are not the member of them. Between EU country and Switzerland, a series of bilateral agreements have been applied since 2002. A second package of accords was signed in October 2004, which include measures of combat tax evasion in the EU. In 2009, Switzerland became a member of Schengen Agreement. Switzerland have a member of EFTA since 1959, which is a long time ago, and a member of World Trade Organization since 1995. Switzerland has joined UN since September 2002. In Switzerland has one of most competitive economic. Switzerland has one of the most competitive economies in the world. Switzerland economy has advantages on stable political environment, liquid and certificate financial markets, low tax, strong domestic purchasing power, as well as a well-developed infrastructure and stable of macroeconomic environment. In Switzerland, their business have high labor cost, and Swiss consumers have high purchasing power. Let's take a look on some major. Let's take a look on some important information of their economics. Switzerland GDP is very stable with high indicators. Switzerland have low inflation. It varies between 0.5 to 2%, and the unemployment rate of Switzerland is the lowest employment level in Europe. This is the good advantages of Switzerland, and the private consumption being strongly correlated with the GDP development. Industrial production of Switzerland is focused on value-added products such as pharmaceutical, electronics, device, precise tools, and industrial machinery. Traditionally, Switzerland export goods. It exists imports by far. The reason that Switzerland possesses several import commodities and resell them is trade partners. Take a look on the poster. Business culture in Switzerland is unswervingly formal, and it's important to focus on long-term relationships. In Swiss working world, the personal remains entirely private. Swiss expect nonsense approach to be attached to the process and negotiation with the little room of unpreparedness. Switzerland is the unique blend. Enormous regional influence, business custom, and etiquette are largely homogeneous. Switzerland comprises three main languages, comprised of German, French, and Italian. As far as I concern, even though English is widely spoken, it's advisable to have any documentation available in one of these languages. Switzerland business environment is very conservative and highly regulated. Switzerland are known for the disciplined and deliberate way to do business. Switzerland will refuse rash decision, and they are rather reluctant to take risks. However, they are considered extremely efficient and strongly try to the best possible results. Swiss people try to see things from their opponent's point of view, and will always aim at television. Alright, once we understand the political and economic structure of the countries of Switzerland, I would like to focus on one industry that generates the large income to Switzerland. This country is called Switzerland. I will use abbreviated MEMs instead of the full name of Switzerland. The full name is the machinery, electrical engineering, and metal industry. The machinery, electrical engineering, and metal industry. The Swiss name Swiss mem industry sector is dominated by the Swiss industry is dominated by the machinery, electrical, engineering, and metals industry. By far, I think that you understand their political and economic structures. And now I would like to focus on one industry that generates large income for Switzerland. Swiss industry sector is dominated by the machinery, electrical, engineering, and metal industry. It can abbreviated to MEM. In this case, I'm gonna cover this industry Swiss MEMS. Swiss MEMS has created the merger of two associations. One association is ASM, stands for Association of Swiss Engineering Employers, and the second is VSM, Swiss Association of Machinery Manufacturers. Almost 80% of Swiss MEMS products are export. 60% is go in the EU. So mostly they do business. When it comes to banking system in Switzerland, its regulation can be expressed in various legal forms. In Switzerland, the fundamental principles are codified in the federal legislation, while the concrete details are set out in government ordinance, the ordinance and stock exchange. In addition, there are ordinance and circulars issued by the Swiss Financial Market Supervisory Authority or FINMA, as well as self-regulatory directive. Financial system in Switzerland. The Swiss financial market has strong role supporting the national economy, and it includes the following financial market segment here: the six Swiss exchange. The six Swiss exchange comprise of six market field. First, Swiss fixed income bond market, Swiss derivatives markets, Swiss option and future markets, Swiss foreign investment market, Swiss foreign exchange market, and Swiss mutual funds market, with each segment falling into category either related to the trading or exchange system, a clearing and settlement system, or the payment system which deals with payment dealings. The legal system in Switzerland has civil legal system. They have civil legal system, therefore enacted or writing law is the primary source of the law, as is all other civil law legal system. Swiss law is divided into public and private law. Public laws governs the organization of the states as well as relationship between state and private individuals. Swiss law has hierarchically ordered according to the following rules. Is divided in three levels of law hierarchy. First is federal laws takes precedence over cantonal constitutions and law. Constitutional rule prevail over ordinary statutes. Any other political factor that can impact business by making the market environment more or less friendly for that business. Typically, government have a great deal of power of businesses, and many times there is not much of business can do about it. Thirdly, the thing that can directly impact tax. The first thing that can directly impact business is tax and economic policy of government. Increasing or decreasing tax is a good example of political component. Government regulation may raise the tax or decrease the tax for some business, and it can power of some others due to the specific reasons. This decision will directly impact business. This is why maintaining a strategy which can deal with such situation is very important. Well, that's bring me to the end of my presentation today. Before the end of the presentation, I'm gonna give you a summary of what I have been talking around 15 minutes. In Switzerland, the business practice in Switzerland is quite complicated, especially in banking and financial system. So, and the Swiss meme industry, the industry that I have been chosen, they're facing the problem about exchange rates, and they're unsatisfied in earning. Here, there are many factors to concern when your company going internationally. To conclude, there are like political economy, banking system, financial system, legal system, and corruption in level of that particular country. So thank you for watching this video, and if you have any question or you want to comment, you can comment below the box here. So today I have to say goodbye. Cheers.